Hey guys, it's Friday, November 2nd. It's about 35 degrees out. It's 7:30 in the morning. So the rut is definitely on in northeastern PA. I saw a couple of bucks chasing some does on the weekend, and they haven't been moving too much because of the hurricane came through, so we'll see what happens. I forgot my face mask and my war paint this morning, so I'm pretty pissed off about that. Nothing seems to be going right this morning, so hopefully get a big buck down. Alright guys, this buck just came in. He's about maybe 150 yards out. Wow. I'm definitely going to try and call him in. Brr. Look, shit, I think I just shot right underneath him. Oh my god. Alright, so you just saw me miss. I was 30 feet up in my tree, and it was about, from the base of my tree going down the mountain, it's probably about maybe 10-15 yards, and it dropped down a little bit. So I put the pin right behind the shoulder, and I let an arrow fly. I thought I missed him, but he actually ran about 60-70 yards to my left, and I ended up calling him back. And he came up about 40-45 yards, and I shot at him a second time, and I thought I missed that time too. So I got out of the stand, I looked for my arrows, and the second spot where I shot him, I found a puddle of blood. So I called up AJ, we backed out, we came back about 2 o'clock to where I found the puddle of blood, and we started tracking him from there. And we followed the blood about maybe 20-25 yards. We found out that I clipped him the first time. It was about right behind the shoulder, like right underneath. I clipped him, and he ended up making a U when he came back up, and then he took off down the mountain. We only found blood for about 200 yards, and then that was it. I put a shitty shot on him, so I was kind of hoping that he'd survive, but turns out that he did, so stay tuned.
Alright, Noah, tell us what happened today and where we're headed.
Alright, well, we're headed up to my top property on top of the mountain right now. This morning, I had a big 7-pointer come in, and first shot, he was about 35 yards. I shot right underneath him, and then he ran about 60-70 yards, and I called him back in, surprisingly. I was still bleating and grunting at him. And I called him back in. He's about 40, 45 yards. And he knew something was there, but he didn't know what. So he got real spooky and skittish. And he was getting ready to turn around. And as he's turning around, gave me a broadside shot. So I mean, 45 yards, I let an arrow rip. And I thought I missed him again. So I called up AJ. And I got out of the stand. I looked for my arrows. Couldn't find my first arrow. But then when I went to look for my second arrow, right where I shot him, I found a puddle of blood with some bubbles in it. So I think I hit him high in the lungs, because right before he shot, I noticed he was really tensed up, so I aimed a little bit higher than what I should have. So, I don't know. We'll see. He's in the woods.
Alright, there's first blood when Noah shot.
There's some sprayed out right here.
His tree is that one right there. That second one sticking out a little bit to the right. That'd be his second tree. So, that'd be first blood there.
You don't step on the blood cloth. I mean, there's some spraying out here.
Don't walk on the blood in case that's the backtrack.
Okay, so then November 26th, first day of rifle season. I got into my spot about 6:30, and about maybe 10 minutes later, I had about 4 doe come running up, and I probably saw at least maybe 30 more doe. And then about 12:20, 12:30 around there, I had about maybe, I don't know, maybe 25, 30 doe just come piling in one after another. And I threw the scope up, and I could see, looked like a 4-pointer, because all I could see was his G2 and like a little fork coming off, so I thought he might have been a little small buck. So I waited till I could get a better view of him. When here it turns out it was the buck that I wounded in archery season. And I let all the doe just, I don't know, I probably had maybe about 10-yard window. They were probably 200, 250 yards down the mountain. So they kept going out the ridge below me, and they just kept coming and coming. And I saw a rack behind a tree, and then as soon as I let him walk right into the crosshairs, one shot to 30-06, he just dropped him right in his tracks. And that was pretty much about it. I didn't get the kill shot because I forgot my camera arm, so I just got some footage walking up to him and checking him out. So.
Okay guys, it's the first day of the Pennsylvania rifle season. I actually forgot my camera arm today, and I didn't film at all this morning or anything, but probably about, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes ago, I just had about 30 doe just come piling in, and a really nice big buck. So 200, 250 yard shot. So here he is, guys. Here's a 9-pointer. I think this might have been the buck. I wounded a buck in archery season. Looked like a big 7-point, but I think this might be him. He's not real wide, but he's really tall. I dumped him right in his tracks too, so I still can't believe this. After an archery season like I've been having, it really can't get much sweeter than this. So, well, I'm going to gut him out and drag him back, and I'll film later for you. Well, I'll let you see. This is what I did the first shot in archery season. I nicked him right under there. Pretty nasty looking. But I'm just really happy that I shot him. I wounded him once. 3rd time's a charm.
Morning, everybody. It's Monday, November 26th. It's the opening day of the Pennsylvania rifle season. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but I have a turkey to the right of me just going crazy. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but it's about 6:50. We're up on my property today, down in Sugarloaf. So, it's a cool morning. It's about 34 degrees, 35 degrees. Sun just came up, so real light wind, so it should be a good day. So we're gonna sit the day out. I think we're gonna sit all day. So hopefully we can get a kill on video today and hopefully have a good day. So everyone stay tuned. Alright guys, I was only in the stand like 15 minutes, 10 minutes. And from behind me I had two doe walking. They were just by themselves, just two of them. They didn't look like they were probably kicked, but they weren't too scared, so just had those two so far, so it's a good sign. Deer are moving. So alright, we'll shut the cameras off and we'll check back with you guys in a little bit. Alright everybody, it's almost 8:30. I just saw three more deer. The one doe that was real close right here in front of me, walked right in front of me here. Looked like she had a bad shoulder, but it didn't look like she was hit. So I seen that one doe, and then there was two deer down below me over the ridge here, and that was it. So that's 5 deer so far, so that's pretty good to see. So we're gonna put the cameras back on standby, and we'll check back you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, it's almost 8:30. We got some deer up on the ridge up here. I saw two doe. I couldn't get a shot at them. It's too thick. But there's more deer at the top of the ridge. There's a path, like an old logging trail. There's more deer on the other side of that logging trail. But they didn't run away, so they're still there. I'm not sure if they're bedded down or what, but they're still there. That's all we know. So hopefully something happens, and hopefully we get a shot at one of these deer. Hopefully there's a buck chasing them, but who knows. But we're going to shut the camera back off. It's snowing pretty good now, so we're going to shut the camera off. Save battery. So hopefully we get a shot at these deer, and we'll check back in you guys in a little bit. Hey everybody, good morning. It's Saturday, December 1st. The first Saturday of the Pennsylvania rifle season. I'm at my buddy's farm over here in Nesquebec. It's 10 after 7. Just started getting light not too long ago. We have a real best. So for where I'm hunting and for where the rest of the guys are hunting today, it's a really good wind. So should be in good shape today. The guy said they have a lot of real nice bucks running around. A lot of nice bucks they seen in archery season. They seen a couple nice bucks on Monday. They just couldn't get shots at them, but they said that they seen really nice, real beautiful bucks. The one kid shot a nice 8-pointer last night up on the other side of the mountain, across the road. So we're gonna sit it out a little bit today, and hopefully we could get a shot at something and get it on video. So we're gonna shut the cameras off and relax, and hopefully we can get some deer moving in here pretty soon. So we'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright everybody, well, it's 10 after 9, and I had these deer run into me. I just had these deer run into me about, I don't know, about 5 to 8 minutes ago, and I had two doe run into me, and they were flying. Something must have spooked them. They came from my right, and I can't stop shaking. And this buck came through. He was a 5-pointer. I could show you. I dropped him right where he was. He's laying right over here. Where is he? Right there. So there he is right there. He dropped him right there. He was like standing right in there. I shot and he just flipped right over, and so he's right there. So I'm just waiting for the rest of the guys to finish what they're doing. We're gonna get out and get him gutted up, take him to the butcher shop, and there we go. We have a buck down on the ground.